So one of the other things the current, as you said, is your current role is of course business, is thinking about financial documents and the information that we get. So obviously being involved in the swine industry, we're not just raising pigs, but we're trying to have a business to support our families and our farms. So, how do we start to take all of that financial information that we get and really apply it into our everyday activities?
That's a very good question. Growing up, I grew up on a broiler farm. So my dad had 4 chicken houses, and we worked on them every weekend, every time we had a school break. And I had no idea the financial hardship he was under just to have those chicken houses. And one of the reasons I would say I personally never understood what he went through just to keep the farm afloat and make money and put food on the table is because he didn't invest, and I mean invest, into a good accountant, right? So when you're running a small business, your best friend should be your accountant, a person that you can trust with all your financial information so that then they can put it into those financial documents and help you understand what type of business you're actually running. So when we talk about financial statements, we're talking about a balance statement, an income statement, and a cash flow. So growing up, all I ever heard about was cash is king. If you're turning money, you're making money. It was a very popular term that my dad used and a lot of other local farmers used. Uh, it has a lot to do with also the way the contract poultry industry is formed. But if you're turning money, you're making money. But that's not necessarily the truth, right? On your balance sheet, you see all your assets, you see your liabilities, you see your equities, you see what your money, your time, your effort is put into, and what kind of value you have out of it. Your income statement is basically your profit and loss statement. What you got coming in, are you spending more, or are you actually making money? What is critical, especially for small businesses, is your cash flow. You can outgrow your cash flow. There is no doubt about it. Anybody that's looking to get into farming, I would absolutely tell them to make sure that they have a side hustle that's bringing in cash, right? I don't care if it's pigs, dairy, swine. You want to make sure you have a steady cash flow when you're starting up. Otherwise, you're going to get in a cash flow problem. Yeah, at the end of the year, you might have had a net positive income, but you had a negative cash flow. And so when I had no concept of those terminologies and that idea before I got into this program. And learning that, one of the first conversations I have with my own dad, who still has his farm, is what kind of conversations are you having with your accountant? Are you making sure that your farm is being managed financially the way that it should, so that when he's ready to retire, he can either hire somebody to manage his farm, or he knows what kind of assets he's sitting on to sell it, and not just waiting for a real estate agent or somebody to come in and try to buy it out from under him.